Grand Rising. Yesterday, 222. I missed you guys. But yesterday I received crazy downloads about just my values. Something was calling me. My spirit was calling me for real to write my values down. So I did. And basically about my relationships. And it's funny because right now I have Venus, we all do have Venus conjunct the Mars and Pluto, and I have this in the second house. And the second house is this house of values, so it would make sense. And with the number 2, that yesterday my values were heightened, and yesterday was the Pluto return. It was United States Pluto return, and it hasn't did that from the last 278 years. So this was a big energy. So I don't know if you guys heard, but news broke yesterday that Queen Elizabeth, she passed away. So many think she was already dead from prior, but it was just interesting. I just knew something was gonna, some big news was gonna happen. And that's what they did. That's what they had for us. Yeah. So it's just very interesting to see what's gonna happen in the coming days. So just pay attention to the news. Especially, I always say deprogram yourself from those programs first. And now that I can, I'm more aware, I can go into watching news, and I can go into watching the news and just receiving what I need to hear versus being consumed by, oh, this person died. Now I'm going to get emotional. Oh, George Floyd died. Now I'm going to feel some type of way, and that's what they want. Now when you're having a conversation, oh, did you see what happened? Did you watch the news? And that happened in that case, and you get your emotions all worked up for something that that's what they want you to do. Bring your vibration down, bring your mood down. Talk about this all of a sudden, get distracted, and versus talking about something that can really elevate the people in your house or the people that you talk to about these things. So it's just something to keep in notice. Like, watch the news, but make sure you're not in a state of being consumed by it. And you're consumed by it if this is something that you can't stop watching every day. And your purpose, if you're watching every day for the traveling, maybe just to hear the news, and maybe you write a story to counter it. Like, oh yeah, this happened. But make sure you're aware, when stories like this come out, the real truth deep down behind it. So it depends your purpose on why you watch it. But if you're a person who's just been watching all your life because that's how you were taught and never really got out and program yourself, not hearing these same programs that repeat the same things, that want you in the same mindset and same frequency, which is most likely low, because most of the time these people on the news, they just talk about deaths. And, not all the time that it's bad, but for the most part, 20% of the news is just toxic. Things that are not politicians who are not doing nothing for us, and just garbage, pretty much. Not how to build your immune system. Oh, take these vaccines. It's just a whole bunch of stuff to lower your vibration. So just keep that into consideration. Today's card of the day. Wow. This is going to be very, very interesting. As you can see, yesterday on 222, even though I didn't shoot a video, but look at what I got. But it was in reverse. So today it's in the upright. Y'all saw how I shuffled this. So this is just very interesting because I never got this before, and it's the opposite. So I'm going to love to see, like, okay, how my day from yesterday and from today is different. And yeah, I'm really going to be paying attention to this energy because of that fact. It's back to back. One was reversed the other day. One is not. Yeah, I like this. This is going to be nice and easy for me to do because yesterday was my first time receiving in reverse, and the way I was able to really, it was easier for me to do reverse than I was at the beginning. And the way I did it was looking at it in upright. I seen what I seen and just kind of flipped it. And the upright was easy to read, and then when I reversed it, it was kind of easy to read. So this is going to be, like I said, easier to read than the other cards, of course. Yes. Ace of Swords. And it's the first time I'm receiving it in upright. I guess yesterday was the first time I pulled this card. Yes. And today's the first time it's in upright. And this, I like to see, let's say you're holding on to something. This is like a calculated energy. You have to be really like focused to really like hold the knife and hold something, you know, dear and near to you. So this is something very special. It's a sense of confidence I'm getting from this card. It's like when you're ready to do something, you're ready, but this person's like leaning forward, and it's like a sense of like confidence and readiness. Confidence, ready. Like you're ready, confidence. And that's funny because just a little side story. Today I have my, this week I basically filled my week up. And it's usual because my birthday is the end of this week. And that's when I usually know, like, okay, my appointments I usually set up, like physical, dentist, all that. And you know you have to do it every 6 months. So the way that I remember is like, okay, boom, around my birthday, I'm going to go do all these appointments. I usually will go get my blood ran and all that. And then the next 6 months for my birthday, I know it falls in August. So around the summertime, I'll go in and do my physicals and things again. But it's been a while. And honestly, I've been, maybe the last 2 years, my time management has been really off. So there's plenty of time. I have Invisaligns right now, so I'll set up appointments for that. Gynecologist, dentist. I had so many different appointments. And this is the first time I feel like I'm actually ready for that time. Like right now it's at 11:30. Usually I'll have an appointment, and when it gets there, I'm like, oh my God, I have to make my juice. Oh my God. And I'm so like always in like my mood, honestly. Like, oh my God, I have to finish some, you know, last paperwork. I have some things that I have to write. It's always just something. And then I don't drive, so not really having the ride would kind of make me like, you know. But I have been blessed to have someone who has been helping me out with getting around. So that's really just a blessing. I'm really thankful for this person. So not only that, but I feel like every day being true to this morning routine of writing these transits, meditating, and tarot, pulling out the cards, so wheeling and dealing. Every day that I've been consistent doing that, I feel like I'm able to either do more for others or be on time for the things. So I'm waking up early, I'm getting my morning routine in, and I was like, I have an appointment. If I have an appointment, I'm ready to go. But before, the fact that I didn't have my routine, it was just like I'm getting up. Sometimes I'll meditate, sometimes I'll journal. I wanted to keep it consistent, but I just couldn't. And then I'll be like, oh, my appointment's at 2. I'm not really ready. But now it's a different energy that's within me. I can feel it. Like, appointment, I'm ready. I already wrote the questions that I want to ask my doctor and some of the things that I'm, you know, just want to know. And yeah, it's like I'm more prepared. So yeah, I like that. So ready. I know when I read this later, I'm gonna be like, oh, the spirit really be working like that. I'm telling you guys, get into tarot, and just not only tarot, but the most important part is getting into yourself, having that time and being really aware, because this is really nothing unless you really have that awareness and you trust your intuition and you did that time and work to listen to the voices and to really connect. It really is just a whole operation. But to dive deeper, I would just say Start off with meditating more if you haven't fasted at all. So yeah, fasting is a way to get closer to yourself, and I recommend some things that I'm gonna implement in some videos so it can help you guys out. Is just doing the Hermetic breathing practices and getting yourself a Black Soul Mirror book so that you can write these traits that are holding you from being your greatest version of yourself. So I think a lot of different things can take into consideration, because this is a journey. I didn't just get here just to get here. A lot of work, background work, I had to do to even record these videos every day. I got to give people credit, because we just see them, but we don't even know the back. It takes a lot of work, especially if you were at a state of a lot of trauma and family, you know, generational cycles, and just not having it, especially us as Black people. We have like a disadvantage with certain things. Not all of us. Some of us were fortunate, but a lot of us, we don't. So yeah. So back to the reading. It says special, holding something very near and dear to you, confident, you're ready. You know that power that you have within. You are highly aware of the power that you have within, highly aware of the power you have, and is ready to use it. What else is here? Holding is like you're harnessing a certain energy. You're harnessing, or I should say calculating, a certain energy for a certain purpose. For a certain purpose. It's calculating, very like you're harnessing, very like serious in a way. It's a serious. Where am I getting that from? Who knows? And you see that the brightness, so it's like that power, whatever you're gonna do, it's gonna be very impactful. Whatever you do you choose to do will be impactful or have an effect. Impactful or have an effect on your surroundings. I'm gonna start drawing 2 cards though, so we can get that polarity. But let me take baby steps. But that's just something that I'm thinking about doing and coming up. Okay, so special, holding something very near and dear to you, confident, ready. You're highly aware of your power, and you're highly aware of the power you have, and is ready to use it. Harnessing, calculating a certain energy for a certain purpose, very serious energy. Whatever you choose to do will be impactful or have an effect on your surroundings. I would say this is definitely, damn, it's coming off like both, but I would say with the swords, I'm really hinting that this is like an air aspect. I feel like, yes, it is, you know, to have the air and the fire. It's like one and one and the same. To think about something, you're really thinking. But next, I feel like he's ready to execute if he's ready. But it took a lot of calculating thoughts for him to even, for you to even get there. It took a lot of like of that inner energy of thought of this for you to actually execute what you're ready to do now. So that's what I'm seeing from here. So yeah. Okay, so right here, our book is breaking apart, y'all. I might need to get my stapler so I can get this bad boy right back together. And here, we clear up the voice with some Y'all can't see, but this is nettle tea this morning. I love to do my readings accompanied with some tea. Not my readings, but just the whole morning routine. I feel like having a drink. Sometimes what I'll do is have a 32-ounce ass, not all the time, 32-ounce glass, I said ass, of water. Today I put key limes inside, and then that's what I'll do. I'll just chug that while I make my tea overnight, and then I'll heat up the tea while I drink up the water, and then I'll put my water in one of these cups, these thermal cups, so it stays hot for what, 7 hours over there. And then I'll just add it gradually to my cup. It stays hot for about 4 hours, I would say. Like really hot. Probably stay longer. Who knows? I gotta test it out for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that. Let me stop playing. But yeah. So I do that and I have it. It stays warm. Like right now, you can't see the heat, but the heat is coming out. And yeah, that's just like my little tricks. I want to do a video like that too, like when I go to the gym, some of the things that like I do. I know people don't do, I'm a little extra when it comes to my stuff. And these are things that if it can help someone out, I'm always down for that-ish. So yeah, I feel like there's things that I do at my gym that can, it helps me. Like when I take cold showers at the gym. And I feel like I'll see girls in the gym, locker room be cold. And they leave the locker room and you see like the cold, not cold, but all the wetness on there. I'd be like, with the wetness and the cold AC, it's like, you're going to be really cold. And then y'all like, look who's talking to girl taking cold showers, talking to people about being not cold. But understand, the cold showers, I feel like it's energy. Boom. It makes me feel better taking it versus not taking it. It's just a fact. And I'll get into that in another video, why I take it and all that. But and then after I take the shower, turn off the water, and what I'll do is grab my cocoa butter, slather it all over my body, and when I'm leaving, getting ready to put on my clothes, go back to my locker, my body is heated. I don't feel no cold at all. Putting that shea butter or putting on type of butter, I feel like it seals it in. So that cold shower I take and putting that butter right instantly, I'll dry myself, put that butter right there before I leave the shower, I'm good. But if people, they want to sit, and you get cold after that. So it'll be little things like that I be just, I like my comfort sometimes, I guess you can say that. And I know these things I love, they help me out. Like this mug I take when I go on a cruise. I see people looking at me like, wow, I should have did that. And I be having my hot tea in the morning. I'll refill it. They have the tea, So, yeah. So, let me get back to this reading. Today, we're going over... I try to keep it short and simple, but sometimes Spirit has some words for you to share, and you just got to share it before that Spirit ends up just going, right? So right here it says, triumph, the excessive degree in everything, conquest, triumph of force. So it's like that serious, I'm going to conquer. Excuse me, I should have wrote that. That's really good. Like I conquer and, that serious but calculating energy. It's like I have my idea, I have my thought. I'm ready. Now it's time to execute if need to be. I'm ready to conquer this shit if need to be. And that's what I really like this card here, okay? I don't got no figure, not a whole person. I got just a hand, but I really do like it, okay? It says, this card, rising up, standing up straight, and benefit from new clarity. It also says here, we are like the sword. A sharp intellect is doubled edge. Mankind in its level of consciousness, I wrote that awareness, may represent the crown of creation, but not yet the peak of process. It also says here, the positive of the twigs by the crown is elevation, connotation, and celebration of nature through the gifts of consciousness, respect for the appreciation of our natural resources. It also says, but the blue-violet mountains, one is not to stick in the mud, but is to be prepared to see the other side. the gray sky, it says neutral, objective, composed, without prejudice, balanced, and fair. And the hands emerging from the clouds, the sword is a gift to you. You are yourself a gift for yourself, for the world. Accept it and make it into something. Grasp it, handle it, and let your intellect shine. I like this. The task here, they're saying, is to recognize and master its double characters. It is to prevent energy and to heal, to make light of the difficulties. Interesting. So the basic meaning, I'm going to read this last part. It says, for the whole totality of the card, it says, the swords are the weapons of the intellect, words, thoughts, and opinions. Here we have to do the mental activity with recognition, understanding, and learning. Basically, with everything that makes life easier to live, the central thing is that things are clear or become clear. The key term is spirit, for the contrast to intellect. The spirit is able to find its way right down to the essence of the person or an issue. The ace provides an elementary way. It's all yours. So yeah, guys, I'm liking this energy a lot. We're ready to conquer. We're ready to use what we have, or gifts that we have that are within us, or the gifts that we have as in like our resources, to really use this to really benefit those around us or benefit ourselves in a way. We're ready to go. Get it. Let's get it on this beautiful Tuesday, which is Mars Day, of getting it. And actually the Mars conjunct Venus today. So yeah, let's really get this energy. See where it's at in your transit chart. I like to use astro.com, put your birth time, and then you can see where the transit is, where the Pluto return will be happening, what house, what sign, and yes, Capricorn. So yeah, but what house is going to be, how it will affect you, and what planets are there. You can see that all in your chart. So yeah, hopefully today the Mars energy is impactful. What I did this morning to even get me up in the spirit, maybe I could recommend to one of you guys. I listened to Eric Thomas, I believe, and Les Brown motivational speech yesterday before I went to bed. I usually, when I receive downloads, and one of the downloads I received, especially the fact that I was working on my elements, and we have 4 elements, which is air, fire, water, you know, the last one. And one element that I want to work on is just repeating and more positive vibe, more positive energy that I'm exercising, especially to the people around me, because sometimes I can be a real hothead. So one thing I was drawn to was repeat affirmations, which I'm going to do after this video. But repeat affirmation, repeat things that make you feel positive. If you're feeling down or feeling like you haven't been expressing yourself in a positive manner, a way to do that is just repeat nice things before you leave the house. Especially, I love you, Joanna. I love the world. I'm nurtured by the world. I'm abundant. I'm, healthy. I'm safe. All those things. Or maybe recite a prayer, because I realized that I'm like lately these days, I haven't even really said anything to myself, like saying a prayer or saying something that's powerful, saying, words. I've been arguing a lot. No offense. And I mean, just the truth. So yeah, it's important for us to do that. And another thing is just watching some motivational speeches, getting our mind in that activation. If we wake up and we pull up our phone and we watch all these things in our news feeds that don't really elevate us, we're kind of going in our day with that mood. So what I like to do is, boom, not all the time, I'm not perfect here, but I'm going to try to give you guys as much juice and high vibrations. We don't get on the TV, we don't get all around, because not everybody's seeking high vibrations, and that's okay. I am, so I'm going to give y'all the juice. So if you have problems speaking up or that positive energy, try to repeat affirmations, especially before you leave the house, so your energy is kind of harnessed in that way. Kind of have that mind, it's like prepping you up. Yeah, love you, I love you, Joanne, I love you. And right when you leave the house, you kind of have that same energy going into whatever you got to go to. Or you repeat, go on YouTube, these stuff for free. There are plenty of videos online, and you just watch these motivational speeches just to get you in that mind frame of positivity, because that is the goal. See you guys later on this Mars Day. Let's get it.